"There's no room for you," my family said every year on every holiday. But they always found a place for my cousin Hannah. She wasn't even blood related. She was my aunt's stepdaughter from her second marriage. Still, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, even Easter brunch, there she was, laughing with everyone, sitting at the head of the kids' table, while I sat in the kitchen pretending not to care. I used to offer to bring desserts, thinking maybe that would make me part of things. One year, I baked a pumpkin pie from scratch, the crust golden and perfect. When I arrived, my mother said, "Oh, sweetie, we already have plenty of desserts. You can keep that one for yourself." I ended up eating it alone in my car that night, windows fogging up from the cold. I was the quiet one, the one who never got into trouble, never made a scene. But in my family, silence wasn't admired. It was ignored. My parents divorced when I was 13, and since I stayed with Dad, Mom's side slowly forgot about me. Hannah filled the space I left behind perfectly. Loud, bubbly, always ready with a story about college or her new job. Every holiday, I'd scroll through social media and see the family photo. Hannah front and center. My seat at the table invisible. 2 years ago, Dad passed away. And for the first time, my aunt called. "You should come for Christmas," she said gently. "We want you there." I wanted to believe it. So I drove 6 hours with gifts wrapped neatly in silver paper. When I arrived, the house smelled like cinnamon and laughter. Hannah opened the door, smiling. "Oh, you came." But inside, every chair was already taken. "You can sit on the stool in the corner," my aunt said, pointing to a wobbly kitchen chair near the dog bed. I laughed it off, but inside, something cracked. Dinner was filled with stories I wasn't part of. They talked about weddings, vacations, babies, all moments they'd shared without me. When I tried to speak, conversations shifted like I wasn't there. At one point, my uncle said, "You've always been so independent. You don't really need family, huh?" Everyone chuckled. I smiled back, but my heart felt heavy. After dinner, I helped clear the table while everyone moved to the living room for photos. My aunt said, "We'll call you in a sec," but they never did. I stood by the sink, staring through the window at the reflection of my own face, part of the house, but never inside the picture. I left quietly that night. No one noticed until days later when I got a text from Hannah. "Sorry if you felt left out. Everyone loves you, you know." The next year, I didn't show up. I booked a solo cabin near a lake instead. I made cocoa, built a fire, and sat by the window as snow fell outside. For the first time, I didn't feel small. I felt free. My phone buzzed all evening with photos from the family dinner, but I didn't open them. I realized you don't need a seat at someone else's table when you can build your own. Now, every holiday, I invite friends who have nowhere else to go. We cook together, laugh until midnight, and share stories that belong to us. Last year, one of them said, "You make this place feel like home." I smiled because maybe that's what family should feel like. Not who shares your last name, but who shares warmth with you. Sometimes when the firelight fades and the world grows quiet, I think about that girl in her car with the uneaten pie and whisper, "You made it," because she did. She turned her loneliness into love and built a home that never runs out of room. And in that quiet cabin glow, I finally understand. Sometimes being left out is how you learn to let yourself in.